Hey, appreciate you. Everything that you done for me. You and Riyadh.
You must
The job ain't done
return.
yet.
Yeah,
Job ain't done yet.
yeah.
But
Saturday, deliver the job.
But listen.
The boxing world is alive with talk about a clash between a four-division champion and an undisputed star. Fans and experts are split, arguing about who has the advantage in skill, speed, and tactics. But amid all the debate, Gennady Golovkin has pointed out one powerful aspect of Canelo's fighting style that he thinks Crawford won't be able to deal with.
I'll say he is the hardest, for sure. One of the fighters that hit very hard was Angulo. You know, he's a Cuban guy, and he punched very hard too. So I'll say both of them are like the same, but, you know, with Canelo, I was just mentally ready for his shots. You know, I already told myself, I know I'm going to get hit. I know I'm going to get hit on my chin, but it's, you know, I got to bite down on my mouthpiece and push. You know, and look what happened in the third round. I got hit with a left hook. We'd be practicing in camp the whole time, you know, keeping my right hand to my chin. And I wound up just moving, and he connected right on my chin. And you see how I punched my glove. You know, that's like a thing for me when my last time when I got dropped, I was punching my gloves. I'm like, damn, I got hit with a shot. I'm not supposed to be on the floor. But, you know, it comes with boxing. You know, the grades done got dropped, you know, got hurt. But it's about how you come back and respond.
Gennady Golovkin knows Canelo Alvarez better than anyone. He went 36 grueling rounds with the Mexican star, feeling his strength and studying every move. When it comes to Crawford, Golovkin cuts straight to the point. Canelo's real danger isn't a single punch, it's his unique fighting style.
Boxing IQ. He's a very good fighter. He's stronger. He is very compact. He is like a bull, you know. He's a smart guy.
But Gennady Golovkin responds. And this is what he had to say, quote, he says, Terence Crawford won't have a problem with Canelo's power because he doesn't have any power.
This isn't about trading wild punches. It's about smart, relentless pressure. Canelo can stand his ground in the center of the ring, take his opponent's best shots, and slowly wear them down. Golovkin points out that while Crawford is incredibly skilled, he hasn't faced anyone who combines Canelo's size with that level of ring intelligence. Crawford usually sets the pace and controls fights from a distance, but Canelo will close that space and push him into a style he isn't used to. According to Golovkin, Crawford's chance to win is slim, and it depends on surviving Canelo's pressure in the first 6 rounds.
Canelo, the biggest challenge of your professional career.
100%, yes.
He is the best opponent you will face.
He is, yeah, of course. Right now, this is the biggest fight in boxing. Come on. Third fight for us, you know. Canelo, everybody knows Canelo, you know, it's the biggest gift for people who really like boxing. Everybody's different situation, different way, different everything, you know, like, come on. Last fight in Canelo, he looked different, you know, not like a 168, 75, no, because different.
He's not a regular guy, you know, right now I'm very happy because I have this fight because it's, you know, different level. I'm very optimistic.
Is it hard to concede that he's the best fighter you've fought, considering all the animosity around this fight and promotion? Of
course, he's, I don't know, best or not best fighter from my career. He's a real very good fighter. He's 100%.
If Golovkin's warning wasn't enough, Abel Sanchez, Golovkin's former trainer, paints an even darker picture. Having experienced Canelo's power up close, Sanchez is blunt. Canelo is going to crush him. He notes that Crawford's speed might help him in the early rounds, making Canelo seem slow, but that's part of the trap. Once Canelo finds his rhythm and lands his heavy shots, even on arms and shoulders, the fight will change completely. Sanchez compares Canelo's punches to being hit by a massive truck. He also doubts Crawford's legs will hold up at 168 pounds for all 12 rounds, meaning he won't be able to dodge the punishment from the bigger man. Coming from someone who's seen Canelo at his strongest, this is a serious warning.
It's a ridiculous fight myself. I think that Crawford is too small. Canelo is in my opinion, the face of boxing right now. I think that look at his resume. I think it's a good fight for a little while. Crawford's hand speed will, just like when Golovkin fought Kell Brook, the hand speed was evident at the beginning of the fight. But as the fight goes on, Canelo's going to start pounding on him, and I think that the fight ends somewhere between the 9th and 12th round.
You really think because of the size difference, he can stop Crawford?
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that anything Canelo hits him with is going to hurt him. He won't be able to catch him early because, like I said, the speed and the foot speed and the hand speed. And Crawford's a heck of a fighter at his own weight. 54 when he fought Madrimov in his last fight showed us that he can't really, the weight makes a difference. I don't care how much weight he gains and how much he does to try to get up to that level. 168 is going to make a difference.
We've seen this story before, and it rarely ends well. Just look at Kell Brook. He was an undefeated champion and a skilled boxer who moved up in weight to face Gennady Golovkin, and it ended with a broken eye socket and a crushing defeat. Now Brook is speaking out for Crawford. He points out that moving up in weight isn't just about adding muscle. It changes your fighting style and affects how your body takes punishment.
You know, it's a wow fight. You know what I mean? It's two supreme athletes fighting against each other. But you've got to sway towards Canelo. Crawford's gonna have to, move up. And I knew when I boxed Golovkin, there's a big difference, especially with someone that, fighting a middleweight, a mediocre world champion's okay. But when you're fighting someone like, Canelo or Golovkin, it's a different kettle of fish, I have to lean towards Canelo, but, Crawford's very, very, very good.
Also points out the difference between Crawford and the only fighter who ever outboxed Canelo, Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather stayed constantly on the move, frustrating Canelo and never giving him a steady target. Crawford, on the other hand, is a skilled counterpuncher who needs to be planted to land his best shots. That works against smaller opponents, but against a powerful fighter like Canelo, it can be a serious disadvantage, because he still gives Canelo a target to hit.
Oh, I think when we look back at Mayweather when he beat Canelo, he's a mover. Crawford's not really like Mayweather in that aspect. He's more, he kind of sets his feet. He's cute with how he approaches chucking shots and moving. You know what I mean? I think it's a different fight to Mayweather, and Canelo's obviously a different fighter from when he boxed Mayweather. But like I say, it's one of them what we've got to tune into and watch. Both unbelievable fighters, but I'd have to favour Canelo. Just his size and his experience, and just his ring generalship. He's got confidence. He's big. He's strong. Crawford's more of a smaller guy, sharp fighter. He's number one as well. But like I said, in my opinion, I've got to lean towards Crawford. Canelo.
Just when it seems the fight is leaning heavily in Canelo's favor, doubts come from an unexpected voice. Legendary promoter Bob Arum recently questioned Canelo's motivation, suggesting he's now fighting more like a businessman focused on money than a warrior chasing greatness. This raises an interesting question. Is Canelo still the hungry fighter he once was, or has success made him complacent? Even so, Arum admits that at 168 pounds, Canelo is at his peak, where his power is most dangerous. He also warns that while Crawford is extremely talented, moving up in weight could blunt the reflexes that make him so effective.
Canelo has shown in his last few fights that he's just a businessman. He's not in there to entertain the public. He just takes the big check. But again, if Canelo really fights, because I think it's safe to say Terence always always fights. He doesn't know anything else. So then it could be a very good, interesting fight.
You've always praised Terence as a special fighter. Do you think he can beat Canelo?
Who is Canelo? What Canelo is going to show up? The Canelo who's looking to cash a big check, or the Canelo that really wants to fight like a fighter? Now, the Canelo we've seen the last 2 years is not only boring, but doesn't really have an incentive to mix it up and to entertain people with a good fight.